Tonight on your 5 News at 10, the nation getting ready to mark 20 years since the September 11th terror attacks.
We'll have more on tributes planned tomorrow in New York, Washington, D.C., and Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining us tonight for your 5 News at 10. I'm Erica Thomas.
And I'm Darren Bobb. Excitement high on the University of Arkansas campus tonight and across the natural state for that matter, with the Razorbacks set to host the Texas Longhorns tomorrow. Primetime TV game. Here's a live look now along I-49 from RDOT overlooking Fayetteville. Check it out to the left of your screen there. Razorback Stadium is glowing red for that big ball game tomorrow night.
And I promise you it is red. It looks a bit orange on this camera, but it is red. The glow red tradition dates back to 2014. And tonight, Razorback football legend Darren McFadden was on hand to flip the switch.
3, 2, 1.
McFadden, of course, a 2-time Heisman Trophy finalist during his 3 years playing with the Razorbacks. With tomorrow's game against former Southwest Conference foe, the Texas Longhorns, McFadden said he couldn't miss the chance to return to Fayetteville to call the Hogs.
It's always great, man. This is always going to be home to me forever, man. Growing up in Arkansas, I have nothing but love for the University of Arkansas, man. So anytime I can come back up here and just do something like this and support the fans, support the Razorback team, I always love it. Go Hogs and down horns.
Unlike years past, this year Glow Red Friday will continue past the football season and continue every Friday this year to celebrate the school's 150th birthday. We'll have a closer look at the other celebrations to mark the university's historic birthday a little later.
Tomorrow's game at Razorback Stadium will also feature what organizers say will be a very powerful tribute to honor the victims of 9/11. National Guard and ROTC cadets will be at the game to present the flag for the national anthem. And at the end of the anthem, the Bulldog flight team will fly over Razorback Stadium. Throughout the game, there will also be moments of recognition for all the first responders, servicemen and women, along with patriotic-themed fireworks and spirit squads wearing red, white, and blue ribbon. Saturday marks 20 years to the day since the terror attacks of September 11th, when al-Qaeda hijackers killed nearly 3,000 people. Michael George spent today at the World Trade Center site that became Ground Zero. Has more now on how people there are remembering the victims.
On the eve of the 20th anniversary of the September 11th attacks, native New Yorker Greg Morin is visiting the spot where the Twin Towers once stood.
When the whole thing happened, I mean, it was like surreal, and it was just so upsetting.
It's pretty emotional.
Iowa firefighter Nate Smith and his family are also among the many coming to pay their respects.
Just kind of pay tribute. Show them that they're not forgotten.
The number of victims of 9/11 is rising even today. It's estimated more people have died from 9/11 related illnesses than the nearly 3,000 who perished the day of the attacks.
Each life lost is a stark reminder that the long-term effects of the recovery work after September 11th are still present, even 20 years later.
Security will be tight in the city and nationwide Saturday as Americans mark 2 decades since the worst terror attacks on U.S. soil.
There are no specific and credible threats directed against New York City at this time. And the NYPD is watching not daily, not hourly, minute by minute.
President Biden spoke in a White House video about the impact on victims' loved ones.
Whether it's the first year or the 20th, children have grown up without parents, and parents have suffered without children.
In Shanksville, Pennsylvania, family members carried lanterns to honor those who died on United Flight 93. The jet crashed into a field when passengers and crew tried to overpower hijackers that morning. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
A new CBS News poll finds that 20 years after 9/11, most see some success efforts against terrorism, but say threats do remain. And with tomorrow morning's 20 years since the attack, CBS News, of course, will have live coverage of commemoration ceremonies happening in New York, Shanksville, and at the Pentagon. CBS will have live coverage right here on Channel 5. The special live report will be happening tomorrow after CBS This Morning.